Good morning, everybody. It is December the 4th, and this is the 4th Vlogmas in my series. And today is also Sunday, the second Sunday in Advent. And so today I'm doing something that is very, well, I actually should have done it a while ago, but I'll explain. So my husband is a Lutheran pastor, and during the pandemic, he wasn't able to go and do the services where he usually does them in the personal care homes and senior centers and things like that. So he made this little chapel down in his office, at the end of his office. And if you want to check it out, it's actually really pretty. He is Independent Lutheran Chapel on YouTube. And so during the pandemic, he made this little chapel and he started a YouTube channel, and he recorded every week his services so that the people in the nursing homes and the senior centers where he used to go every week or once a month or however often he went, so that these people could still see their services. And it was a really funny thing, because then one day he got a phone call from a little local television station asking if they would mind. My camera is doing this. It's just for some reason. Oh, it just fell. Hold on. I'll scoot you up if I can. Technology. Don't you just love it? I'm not going to take this out because you know me. I'm all about real. Okay. So where was I? This little television station asked if they could use his services that on YouTube for their station. So every Sunday, his service is picked up by this little station, and he's on the TV every Sunday at 7 o'clock on NAC TV, coming out of Nipawin, Manitoba. So if you're in the area, check him out. It's really lovely. And the little chapel is just the very end of his office, and he has it set up. You would never know that it wasn't in a church. But getting back to today's video about this, I thought I would plug him because this is sort of for him. Every Advent, he hangs up 2 banners that actually are very, very old. And I am preparing those banners for him because they've been all folded up in a tub or in a tote. And I need to iron them out and get them ready so he can hang them up for this year. And so I'm going to take you over to the ironing board, and I'm going to show you these beautiful old, in old I mean made in the 1970s. Of course, who would have made these in the 1970s? My mom. So we're going to go over to the ironing board, and we're going to talk a little bit about Advent. And I'll show you these beautiful banners. And then I'll see if I can get a photo of his thing at the very end and show you them up on the wall in his tiny little chapel. So let's go over and do some ironing. These are made out of felt. What's wrong with my squirter? Oh, it's not working. Well, that's unfortunate. These are made out of felt, these banners. So I'm ironing them on the back side, and I'm just going to iron this one first, and then I'll show it to you. They're beautiful. My mom made these, I think, around 1974 or so, and she didn't have a pattern, but she had a lot of imagination. And she was a very creative lady. She passed a lot of her creativity to me, thankfully. I'm very thankful of all what I learned from her. But to tell you the truth, I would have never thought to do something like this. I'm almost done here. I wish my water squirter would work. It doesn't work because it never gets used. How many of us iron? Well, I iron to do crafts, but I don't iron. I I don't really iron clothes once in a while. Okay, so we'll see how this works. So here is the first banner. And I'll do a close-up of it and show you exactly how the construction of it is. And this banner is to represent, oops, just a minute, sorry, is to represent the candles of Advent. On the first Sunday of Advent, you light the first candle, the hope candle or the prophecy candle. And the second Sunday, which would be today, is the second Sunday of Advent, you'd be lighting the peace or the Bethlehem candle. On the third Sunday of Advent, you light the joy or the shepherd's candle. And on the fourth Sunday, you light the candle of love or the angel's candle. So, isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to go up close and I'm going to show you what she did here. So the background is just a big piece of, it's not white, it's actually sort of a creamy color felt. And then I'm going to just turn a little bit here so we get better light. There we go. The flames are sequins. She's just put them around to be flames. And then the candlesticks themselves are 2-inch wide, I believe, long pieces of ribbon. It's that flocked felty ribbon. It's quite thick. And then she's put the drips also with sequins. And there's a little drip there and a little drip there. And then at the bottom, I'm just going to roll it up for a minute here. At the bottom, she has leaves in green felt, and then she's sort of cut them out. And she's put some sequins on the leaves as well. They all have some sequins on. And then these poinsettias are made from, oh gosh, chenille stems. You used to be able to get a hank of these, and they were all attached, and they were little baubles of these. These things were all attached. So she cut them all up, and she ironed them flat and turned them into poinsettias. The stamen is more sequins, and there's little red cherries on there. And so that is the little decoration on the bottom. I think it's just the most gorgeous thing. And when she made this, she hung it on a wall in the living room. It was just one of her Christmas decorations. And then when my mom passed away, my dad, after a few years, he moved, and he didn't really want all the Christmas stuff. Oh dear, nothing's working here in my favor. He didn't really want all the Christmas stuff, so I nabbed this, and I've hung it in my house since 1984 when she passed away. So, you know, for something that was made in 1974, it's in beautiful, beautiful shape. But I've looked after it, and eventually this too will be passed on to somebody in the family because it's a beautiful piece. So the next one I'll show you is a peace banner. So this one is very much in tune with the second Sunday of Advent. This is the peace banner, and she made this one on red felt. And her little doves, if you notice, one has silver and one has gold. And then this one's much simpler than that other one. And then down at the bottom, she has taken white felt and made the letters for peace, and then taken a braid and added that on the top. So that's the second banner. And this one was, actually I think this one was made before. This was made the year before. This one this was the first banner that she made. I've had to do a little bit of repair on this one over the years, but it too has always hung in my house at Christmas. And I like this one so much that I decided to make one for my office door when I was working. So the one that I made is much smaller than this and a little bit different. My doves are a little bit different, and I'll show that one to you. This is my piece one. As you can see, my doves are a little bit different. They're flying a little bit different. But I used her idea of having one gold and one silver. I like that idea. And one of mine is holding, this is supposed to be a branch. And then I did the same thing as she did with the piece. I did the white felt first, and then I used rickrack, gold and silver rickrack to do mine. I see I have to glue that down. And then on the top of mine, because I hang mine on a dowel, I have this braid that once it's on the dowel, it just kind of drapes there, and then it has these little tassels that come on either side. So mine is a little bit more ornate than hers, but that's my piece. And like I said, I made it for my office door when I was working, but now I hang it in my dining room on the back of our front door, and it looks just beautiful in there with my terracotta walls. So that is the banners. So that is what I've been doing today. I've been ironing these up and getting them ready for Gary to put on his little chapel wall, and then I'll hang this one in the dining room. And I'm going to just now insert a little photo of his chapel with it all decorated up for Advent. So pretty. So on this second Sunday Advent and on this fourth day of Vlogmas, I wish you much peace. And I'm so thankful to be able to share these beautiful banners with you. Have a beautiful day today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.